I got you tryna get. If you can handle, come take it. I know that your friends like me and you hate it, babe. They can look, not touch. Only you, and me. Homebody, I don't like party, but we can party like we at Carney. First day, palm me. Only you, and me. Let's do. She don't need honey, she already. If you bring your girls, I'ma bring my army. She bad, I like this. Now she wanna face car valid and she got nice lips. And a freak, that's my type. At 10, yeah, that's my. Feel top TikTok like this. I know what you're on, don't try hide it. I get move your waist and wine like this. She bad, I like this. Now she wanna face car valid and she got nice lips. And that's my type. 10 out of 10, yeah, that's my. TikTok like this. I know what you're on, don't try hide it. I get move your waist and wine like this.
Yeah! Throw your hands in the air right now, man. Feel it right here. Sky Storch. Yeah, Khaled, I see you. Showbiz, born law. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about your faults or mishaps. We from the Bronx, New York, things happen. Kids clapping, love to spark the place. Half the cats in the squad got a scar on their face. It's a cold world and this is ice. Half a meal for the charm, brother, this is life. Got the
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Greg Anthony. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Jason Tatum is out there with Mutombo. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Rice hitting the 3.
And you know what? There's no question about it. Dwight Howard still has it going on inside.
Here's Edwards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on DeRozan. Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
Dallas making a switch here. Deng's checked in. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Mutombo sets a screen from 18 feet away, and the rebound goes to Howard. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's DeRozan. Dikembe Mutombo pulls it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
Ball against Lillard. Barkley with a screen on Lillard. Barkley the pass to Dantley. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 5 now.
Paul's got such a fluid shooting motion. From the moment he lets it go, everything about it's smooth.
Tries the spin move, and it's sent back by Howard. Ball outside. Here's DeRozan. Sinks that one from the post.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Rice is checked in. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And slam dunk by Tatum.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
Outside DeRozan. Down low. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Vintage Howard right there, reminding us why he used to compete in the dunk contest.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Mutombo is screen on DeRozan. Edwards now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
And it's sent back by Mutombo. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. The Pacers making a switch here. Ball's checked in. And the Pacers with possession here. 3-point lead. Barkley down low. Guarded by Tatum. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Paul. Howard setting the pick for Paul. 6 to shoot. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Mavericks trailed by 3. And Craig, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Indiana. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Indiana leading by 5. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Paul's got 7. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field to this point. 4 of 8. Outside Edwards. Six on the shot clock. Turkoglu setting the pick for Edwards. And Turkoglu with the basket on the assist from Edwards.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Pass to Barkley. 1:24 left here in the opening quarter. Over Turkoglu. Shots good by Barkley. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 7. Now Starks. Left side, Edwards. Top of the key. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Mutombo misses. Pacers leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Peck. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
And not hesitating at all to pound it inside here early.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. For Dallas, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. Van Horn, he's checked in for the Pacers. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Tell you what, Dame wasn't unknown entering the league, but I'm not sure many folks predicted this kind of career for him.
Ball with a wide open look. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Sean Bradley, Jason Tatum, Eddie Jones, Mike Conley.
Now Tatum really had troubles in the loss to Portland. Takes it inside, and the layup's good off the glass. Tatum's got his third bucket of the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And here's Conley outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So with Paul on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. We've got Ball, and it's Sampson in at the 5, home in the paint. Starts the pass to Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
And in that pick and roll action, Tatum has to be your focus defensively.
So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Dantley. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Kevin, back to you.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Tatum. Here's Van Horn. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
There's the pick. Here's Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's ready to talk things through with them. DeMar DeRozan has checked in for Van Horn. And Dallas with a change here too. Rice has checked in. Pacers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last 2 seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Starts against Ball. Ball with the rebound. Indiana leading by 5. Here's Dantley. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Slashing home that time. Dantley a force off the drive.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here. Barkley's checked in. Turkle is checked in for the Mavericks. Edwards comes in for Starks. Here's Edwards. Edwards just makes it look simple inside.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Jones against DeRozan. The crossover, a special move before the shot. DeRozan's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Turkoglu kicks to Bradley. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks done everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Paul's checked in for Indiana. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Turkoglu passes to Edwards. Bradley sets the pick for Edwards. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
With the step back. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pacers.
You know what? Even as he's advanced in his career, you got to be impressed with Paul's ability to still dominate on offense.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's good. Tatum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Barkley outside. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. Both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Sampson, the pass to Beck. Here's Paul. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Paul's got 14 points for the game.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Off the pick and roll, you know that Dame is looking for his shot.
Paul passes to Beck. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Paul. And Beck gets it to go. Beck's got his second bucket of the game to go. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Back to Paul. Launches it. Second shot opportunity. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
The Pacers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Here's Paul. Out to Barkley. From outside the arc. Mutombo grabs the board. Mutombo's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Clark, how about Indiana's recent run? Making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in back-to-back season.
You know, the last time that happened, Kevin, was about a decade ago when Paul George was the man leading the Pacers. Unfortunately, they fell to LeBron's Heat both times. I was courtside for a couple of those matchups. And then last season, advancing to the finals and pushing it all the way to 7 games. The Pacers have a really bright future ahead of them, in my opinion. I respect the way DeRozan can still elevate and throw it down.
Mutombo is screen on Barkley. Baseline J on the way. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Barkley throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys. for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Pacers up by 16. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Looking at Dallas, you watch their games. They've had some highs, some lows. Still putting it all together.
Which you could say about most teams around this time of year.
Yeah, not a big insight, big fella. What? No, we're just messing with you. We're just messing with you.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Pacers.
Well, they have guys popping off the bench, putting up numbers. That's their real advantage.
Yeah, nothing secondary about this second unit. See what I did there?
I see.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Edwards is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Tatum, and it's Mutombo, and it's Rice, and it's a small forward. You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Mavericks coach Jason Kidd addressing the upset over trading away Luka Doncic, and Kidd said he did everything he was supposed to do for the city and the team. But things change. Now we are being judged on the change. If you don't like it, then you have to get out of this business. Back to you.
Winning sure cures all, doesn't it? All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Indiana moving it around. Here's Howard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Mutombo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Edwards. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Rice, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Dantley. Scores off the crossover. Dantley's got 10.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling there.
Mavericks trailed by 19. Edwards looking it over. There's the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
Dantley, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
One thing you can say about Dantley, he is extremely active.
The Pacers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
That free throw, no good.
There's never any question about how hungry Adrian Dantley is for his next shot. He's constantly looking for opportunities to score the ball for his team.
Good on the second free throw. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
And taken away by Paul.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Here's Dantley, and it's sent back by Mutombo.
Boy, the shot-blocking instincts of Mutombo, superb. Timing, exquisite.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Lillard finds Tatum. Shot to stop the run, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Tatum's got 20.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
Paul can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 21. Inside, and stolen by Howard. Dantley the pass to DeRozan. And the jam by DeRozan.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Pass to Dantley. Back to Paul. Takes the three. And then Barkley with the dunk.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. He managed to knock down one triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Inside DeRozan, and the layup is good. DeRozan's got 12 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Balls checked in for the Pacers. Starks checked in for the Mavericks. To the inside. Here's Barkley. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Tatum with it. He's got 22. There's the drive. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I mean, the one guy you have to box out. Dikembe so active on the glass.